This is the Spicy 100, question 19.
The recommended time for this one is 4 minutes, so I'll read it to you. A function is defined, so f of x is equal to 2x cubed plus 1 divided by 8 minus x cubed, and x cannot be equal to 2. Find f minus 1 of x, so I'll give you a clue, that's the inverse function. So find the inverse function to the function f of x equal 2x cubed plus 1, all divided by 8, subtract x cubed. If you've read the question carefully and you feel ready to start, you set a little timer for 4 minutes, pause the question, and best of luck with number 19. So we have a function f of x equal 2x cubed plus 1 divided by 8 subtract x cubed, and we need to find the inverse function. So this here is the notation for the inverse. So it's like the reverse function, the opposite function. This technique effectively is just rearranging equations, changing the subject. So the way that I like to start off with is, instead of f of x, I'll write y equals 2x cubed plus 1 over 8 subtract x cubed. And what we're going to do is we're going to rearrange this. We're going to make x the subject. So currently y is the subject, we're going to make x the subject. So to do that, what we could first do is we can multiply up to the other side. So we get y multiplied by 8 subtract x cubed. That's going to be equal to 2x cubed plus 1. So we multiply our brackets. So we get 8y subtract x cubed y is equal to 2x cubed plus 1. Now, to rearrange, what you want to do is you want to get everything with an x or an x cubed to one side and everything without to the other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the 1 over with the 8y. So I'm going to have 8y subtract 1. And that's going to be equal to 2x cubed plus x cubed y. So that's useful because now all the x's are on one side and all the x cubes are on one side. We can actually now factorize that. So we get 8y subtract 1 is equal to, so if we factorize our x cubed, we're going to get 2 plus y. And then we can then divide the 2 plus y over. So we get 8y subtract 1 divided by 2 plus y would be equal to x cubed. So we very nearly made x the subject. So I've just shrunk that to give a bit more space. So that means then that x will be equal to the cube root of 8y subtract 1 divided by 2 plus y. And now we've rearranged it to make x the subject. Now our inverse function needs to be in terms of x. So we have one final step, and that's how we write the inverse function. And what we're going to do is we're going to swap these y's for x's. So it's going to be the cube root of 8x subtract 1 over 2 plus x. One big cubed root. So our final answer needs to be written with this f minus 1 of x, this inverse function notation. And we need to remember to swap all these y's here for x's. And that's our inverse function. So we needed to be confident with what an inverse function is. So it's basically rearranging, change the subject, and you need to be confident with moving the equation around. And this, I call this one sort of refactorizing it so that you can get your x's in one place. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed question 19, a bit of a quicker one. If you're feeling ready, why don't you move on for the extra spicy question 20. And if you're enjoying the Spicy 100 series, do subscribe to the Hench Maths channel. Thank you.